Hello, I'm Sister Rose Pacatte here in Los Angeles to talk about what else? Some new movies in theaters this week. My first film is A Dolphin's Tale. This is based on the true story of Winter, a bottlenose dolphin who at the age of 2 or 3 months was caught in a crab trap off the coast of Florida, and her tail was almost amputated, but in the end it had to be. Now she was taken to Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and there she was healed, and over time was fitted with a prosthetic device, an amazing device that has since become a model to help people who've lost their limbs, especially veterans returning from war. Now this is a deeply touching movie, at least I found it so, but it's also a very simple tale about the role that animals can play in human healing. Now there's one part of it where a little girl, her mother brings her all the way from Chicago, I think, and the aquarium has been shut down because they've lost their funding. But when they see this look on the mother's face and the love she has for her daughter and the eagerness of this little girl in a wheelchair, well, of course, they open the aquarium for her to visit Winter. So you might need a little Kleenex with this movie, but I did like it and I appreciated it very much for the role that it shows that animals can play in our life and to help us become better human beings. Also as a little statement on the environment too, and what we put in the water and what it can do to creatures and to people. Now my next film is also based on a true story. It's called Machine Gun Preacher. This is the true story of Sam Childers, who was a really bad guy. He was in jail, drugs, violence, you mention it. But he comes out of prison, he transforms his life, he becomes a Christian, he's converted, he starts his own church, and then he goes to Africa to help build and repair huts on a mission. He makes his way into the southern Sudan and he sees what's going on with children there, especially what's happening to children soldiers, how they're being abducted into these armies and so badly treated and harmed. He decides to go ahead and build an orphanage in the middle of nowhere that can't be protected. But he says God told him to do it. He does it, but now he's not only protecting the orphanage, now he's gets a machine gun and he's going out and he says he's rescuing children. I found this film interesting, well acted with Gerard Butler, but I'll have to tell you I did have some ethical and moral questions about. It's kind of an altar call to pick up your machine gun and come to Africa and we'll wipe these bad guys out. Now, it's true. Children, there are 30 to 40,000 child soldiers in Africa alone, and so many more in the world today, and it's terrible what's happening. But is this the way to do it? That's my question. At the end of the film, he's got his fatigues on and his machine gun, and the real guy, not the actor, says, well, if somebody kidnapped your child and you asked me to find them, would you then question the way in which I would do that? I don't know. Sam uses the scriptures to justify his actions, but I think he forgot the part where Jesus said, he who lives by the sword will die by the sword. I think we need to ask ourselves, what do the Gospels tell us about really remedying this situation, especially the problem of child soldiers in the world? Lots to talk about here and think about. Thank you. God bless you. For longer reviews, please visit on faithandmedia.org or americancatholic.org. Thank you, and I hope you'll join me next time when we look for seeds of the Gospels in today's movies.